and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve a leet code question. Contains duplicate, and given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array. That is, if there is a duplicate of that number, and return false if otherwise. If nums is equals to 1, 2, 3, 1, we can see that 1 and 1 are duplicates of each other. We return true. And if 1, 2, 3, 4 is the array, we return false. Now in Python, this question we can just use a set, but in Solidity we don't have a set function because it will consume more gas. We'll have to use a brute force way, but in Python it's just simple. You can just specify nums set equals to set of nums, then we can check if the length of nums does not equal length of nums underscore set. We can return true, there is a duplicate, otherwise we return false. But in Solidity there is no this function, so I'm going to explain. Let me submit. So in Solidity, I'm going to explain first in Solidity, because Solidity, we can see here it's accepted. Solidity, you must use the brute force. So let me first explain the brute force way. Okay, if we have an array with numbers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and 4, with our eyes we can see that there is a duplicate. 4 and 4, they are duplicates, and we can return true, they are duplicates. As we have seen in Python, it's simple, using a set and taking the length of nums and the new variable once you pass it through the set. But in Solidity, because of gas and trying to implement let's say a set function that acts like a set function, it will use up a lot of gas. We are going to use brute force. So for example, we are going to use a for loop that will compare each number with the rest of the numbers in the array in the right side. Let's say for example we start at 1, we compare each number with 1. Is 1 equal to 2? No. Then we go to the next, and so on and so forth. Once we reach at the end of the array and we have not found a duplicate, we can go to the next number 2 and compare the rest of the numbers in the array on the right side if they're equal to 2, so on and so forth. Then reach at 4 and compare. There's only one number to the right side, but we can compare it. So we find there is a duplicate. 4 and 4 are duplicates of each other. 4 and 4 are duplicates of each other. So we return true. So we are using brute force. We are going through comparing one number to the rest of the numbers. So it's more of a big O of n squared. But let's say no duplicate, we could still go through all the numbers, comparing, let's say 1 with 2, 2 with 3, 3 and 4, like that. If there is no number, we go to the next number and compare the other numbers on the right side. So let's code this up. We are going to start first by specifying our license as usual. SPDX license. Only I can type identify the Solidity version is plugin Solidity 0.18. Then our contract, we're going to call it Day2. Okay, so our function name is, you can choose anything, but we are checking for distinction. I'm going to call it that. this thing, check duplicate. Okay, it's going to take in an array of an array and store it in the memory, and going to call it array. It's going to be a public viewer or view returns a boolean that is true or false. So we need to first, we're going to first use a for loop to check or to compare each number with the corresponding numbers in the right side. So we're going first to use a for loop int 256 this is going to start at the foremost left side, and we are going to go to the array dot length. But in security we know that can lead to problems, so instead of using array.length, we can specify it here, because we don't want to keep asking what's the length of array, what's the length of the array. So int 256 length is equals to array dot length, and here we can go up to the length like that. Then going to increment once. After that, we are going to nest another loop. Now that the first loop is to specify the number, then comparing the number, we are going to use another for loop int 256 j is equals to I plus 1. Well, then we're going to go all the way to the length and increment it by 1. So the way this works is, let me put here, if okay, let in an array, let's say for example 1 2 3 and 4, if I is 2, then the next number, then j will start at 3, because j is equals to I plus 1. We want to check if the right numbers from I are equal to j. So we want to compare with the right side from where I is. So if, let's compare now, if array at location I is equals to array at location j, that is, if we find a duplicate, we are going to return true. Otherwise, if the loop is finished, we're going to return false, and we have not found a duplicate, we return false, and by that we are done. We have compiled, it compiled successfully, you can see here. Then let's deploy it, making sure it's correct. Click that on deploy. We have deployed it. Let's give it an array. Let's say 1 2 3 then 1. That one has a duplicate. Let's check duplicate. Yes, true, there is a duplicate in that array. Hope you are seeing. And let's say, for example, if there is no duplicate, let's say 1 2 3 4, false. We have seen a way that it returns true or false if the number is duplicate. So see you until next time. See you. Like and subscribe